Well, it looks like the Nico Iamaleava saga is already over. He's already picked a new team, and I think this happened a lot quicker than many people were expecting. But before we get to all that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. So last week, when I was doing a video talking about Iamaleava and the entire situation, one of the teams I mentioned was UCLA because they seemed like the only team that was really interested at that time. Well, fast forward a week, I don't know how many other teams out there made a legitimate offer, but Iamaleava ended up at UCLA. Now, this was being reported, I think, last Thursday or Friday, and then there was kind of nothing over the last couple of days. Me personally, I was hoping that he was actually holding out for more than what UCLA's offer was. I thought that would have been a hilarious addition to the saga, but it became official on Sunday that the former Tennessee quarterback is going to be a Bruin. Nico took to Instagram, and this is what he had to say. "To the amazing people in Knoxville, thank you for embracing and uplifting me throughout my time here. I'll be forever thankful for the support you showed me every step of the way, and I'll always cherish the relationships I built there and the memories I created with my brothers. I believe with all my heart that I gave my all as a volunteer. I'm truly grateful for the time I had at Tennessee. My journey at Tennessee has come to an end. This decision was incredibly difficult and truthfully not something I expected to make this soon, but I trust God's timing and I believe He's leading me where I need to be. Even though this chapter is ending, a new chapter has begun and I'm committed to UCLA." First off, I like in this how he says this decision was incredibly difficult. I don't think it was Nico's decision to enter the transfer portal. I think it was Tennessee that told him to kick rocks, and then he had no other choice but to enter the transfer portal. So I thought that was a little funny right there. Also, when he said not something I expected to make this soon, does he mean transferring was something he didn't expect to make this soon, or choosing a destination is something he didn't expect to make this soon either? I know we're just nitpicking here, but for being a thank you post, I thought those were little interesting tidbits right there. Now, as of right now, I don't think we have a number as to what he's going to be making at UCLA. He very well could be making close to that 2.4 he was expected to make this upcoming year. He could be making less than that. He could be making only $1 million. As of right now, we don't know, so it's a little tough to really judge this move. Personally, I think UCLA is dumb. I talked about this in previous videos. It feels like everyone has talked about this up until this point, but bringing in Nico Iamaleava to your program, I just don't think that's going to work out for the Bruins, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are a number of players in that locker room that aren't too thrilled with this move either. Now, if it comes out that UCLA is only going to be paying Nico maybe $1 million, maybe something less, then okay, I guess I could kind of understand it. Maybe you're taking a shot at this guy who's shown a lot of talent in the past, well, not at the college level, at the high school level, and maybe he can prove to be that guy and he can lead your team to wherever you want to go. But if UCLA is paying him close to the $2 million or close to the $2.4 million that he was getting at Tennessee, yeah, this is an absolute blunder by the Bruins, but considering it's UCLA, I wouldn't be all that surprised by them. Now, the ironic thing about Nico transferring to UCLA, I've seen some rumblings on social media the last couple of days. I don't have the exact quotes, the exact articles, the exact tweets in front of me, but essentially what I've gathered over the last couple of days is that Nico, I think, didn't really like the offensive system at Tennessee, and he wanted to transfer somewhere that could truly unlock his talents and make him be a much better quarterback. Well, by transferring to UCLA, if any of that is true, if you're truly looking for the best offense that you can run, yeah, I don't think that UCLA is anywhere close to that team. I mean, we've seen the offenses that Josh Heupel has had the last couple of years. That dude knows how to run an offense. I'll give him credit there. UCLA, this was a terrible offense last year. I mean, what can you look at this Bruins team from what they did last year to what they have looking ahead in 2025 and think, yeah, this is the offense that I want to be a part of. This is the offense I want to run. I knew that UCLA didn't have a great offense last year, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to look up some of their numbers, and it's even worse than I was expecting. I thought UCLA was probably a little lower than middle of the pack, maybe somewhere in like the 70 to 80 range. Oh no, it's a whole lot worse. In 2024, UCLA ranked 123rd in scoring. Just think about that for a second. 123rd in scoring. There's only like 130, 135 FBS teams. They were near the absolute bottom. When it comes to yards per game, they were slightly better, but not by much. 110th in yards per game. UCLA was one of the worst offenses in all of the FBS level, and they were arguably the worst offense at the Power 4 level. And yet, this is the offense that Nico said, I need to go be a part of this. This is why I'm so interested to hear what the final dollar amount is. Because again, if it comes out, he's making close to $2 million or whatever the number was he was going to be making at Tennessee, clearly it just shows he's not in it for the team aspect, he just wants to go to wherever he gets paid the most. If it comes out where he's making $1 million or less, then maybe he truly just thought this was his best opportunity, or maybe there were just no other teams out there that were offering up the big bucks, which is why I'm a little bummed right now. I wanted to see how long this would go on. I wanted to see what other teams would be potentially interested, because I don't think it would have been many. Now, the thing that sucks most about this whole UCLA situation is the fact that quarterback Joey Aguilar, he's going to be transferring out. This is the former Appalachian State quarterback who transferred into UCLA this offseason. The last 2 seasons, Aguilar has been really solid for App State, as he's thrown for over 6,700 yards with 56 passing touchdowns. He's also added 500 yards on the ground with 5 rushing scores as well. Overall, I thought this was a pretty solid get for UCLA, and I thought he'd be a solid quarterback for them in 2025. Now, the crazy thing is, I think Joey Aguilar could have actually beaten out Nico Iamaleava had there been a quarterback competition. But if we're being honest with ourselves, no matter how good Aguilar could have been over the coming months, Nico would have won that starting job, because UCLA, you're not going to pay however much to bring in this guy and not give him the starting job. That actually would have been hilarious had he stayed, and Aguilar would have beaten out Nico and been the starting quarterback for the Bruins in 2025. But unfortunately, he has to go back in the transfer portal, and now I don't really know what his options are looking like. I did see a report from ESPN that Tennessee could be potentially interested, and if that actually happens, I think this dude is going to be the #1 supported quarterback in all of college football next season. I mean, you have Tennessee essentially trading quarterbacks with UCLA. Everyone is going to be pulling for him to be a much better quarterback than Nico Iamaleava is. And the crazy thing is, I think Tennessee, if they're able to land Joey Aguilar, I think they're going to be in a better position with him at the helm than they would have been with Nico. Again, this is still so early in the process. I think he just entered the transfer portal today. I'm sure there's going to be a number of schools that are going to be interested in his services, but like we talked about with Nico, there's not that many schools out there that really could use a quarterback right now, so I don't know what his options are going to be outside of Tennessee. So at this point, I am pulling for Joey Aguilar to end up in Tennessee and for him to be a really good quarterback next year for them. But yeah, wrapping things up, I'm not exactly certain how Nico is going to look at UCLA. Now, I would assume it's going to be an upgrade over the quarterback play they got last season, but I just don't think he's going to be a difference maker for the Bruins. This was a terrible offense this past season, and I don't expect them to be that much better in 2025. Not to mention, you look at UCLA's schedule for the upcoming year, and this schedule is going to be damn difficult. I mean, UCLA only won 5 games last year, and when looking at the schedule, I don't know if I see 5 wins on there. So it's going to be a really fascinating season to watch for UCLA. It's going to be fun to see if Nico is in fact the difference maker that the Bruins are paying him to be. If I were to guess right now, all the way in late April with the college football season still months away, I don't think he's going to be that guy, and I think he's going to be a waste of money, and I think it's going to be a wasted season for the Bruins. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong, maybe going to this UCLA offense is the change of scenery that Nico Iamaleava needs, and he's going to emerge as one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football next season. But putting him in the Big Ten against Big Ten defenses, yeah, I think we're in for a hell of a season next year. So what are your thoughts on Nico Iamaleava transferring to UCLA? Do you think it's the right move for him, or do you think it's a dumb one? Also, what are your thoughts on UCLA being the team that's bringing this guy in? Do you think it's going to cause some tension in that locker room, and do you think it's going to be an absolute disaster in 2025? Whatever your thoughts are on this entire situation, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm, and it helps share this video and my channel with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in my next video.